Let me just bring you some breaking news now. And the first post office capture conviction is to be sent to the Court of Appeal, Sky News understands, in a breakthrough moment for the scandal. Here with us is Sky's business correspondent Adele Robinson to tell us more. So, Adele, this sounds like an important move.
Yeah, it is. It's a significant step for the capture victims in this part of the post office scandal. Remember, the CCRC, the Criminal Cases Review Commission, looks at potential miscarriages of justice. They have a very high bar, and this is, as you said, the very first capture case to be referred to the Court of Appeal. Not many cases which come to the CCRC end up being referred. It's been described as a hugely pivotal moment, breakthrough. The lawyer for victims have said that it's a real shot in the arm as well for other capture victims waiting for their cases potentially to be referred to the Court of Appeal. Now, we understand that it's the case of Patricia Owen. She was someone's story who we have been following for the last 6, 7, 8 months. She was convicted in 1998 of stealing by the post office. And we understand that her case, she sadly died in 2003. Her case is going to be referred to the Court of Appeal on the grounds of abuse of process. And sort of what that means is essentially that they will be asking the court to look at whether or not there was some abuse of the process by some procedural irregularity. And 2 reports are really important here. The government's Kroll report, which was an independent report which found about a year ago, nearly, that the capture system, which was the predecessor to Horizon, was faulty. They found that in a report nearly a year ago. And that led to the setting up of a redress scheme for capture victims. The second report, which is crucial, is the one that came to light, was unearthed after nearly 30 years after our reporting. A computer expert came forward, a very damning report into capture that we now know was served on the post office in 1998, which they knew about and continued to prosecute people. I've been speaking to Patricia Owen, her daughter, Juliet Shardlow, who has just found out effectively that her mum's case is going to be referred to the Court of Appeal, and this is what she had to say.
I just wish she was here to see it. Because she would be, oh God, she would be over the moon. But she would be saying, she'd be sitting here saying, well, I could have told everybody 25 years ago. I told them. No one listened to me. That's what she'd be saying. No one listened to me. No one took any notice. She would have loved to have seen Adrian again as well. She'd have loved the fact that Adrian had kept her report in his garage for all those years, and then he went and found it. She would love that. But I want to hear. Does that make sense? We can all sit here and say that she'd be really proud, but I want to hear. I want her to meet her grandchildren. I want her to live her life. She was a little bit older than Dad, and Dad's still going. Dad's still out and about, and she would have been the same.
I think she would still have been here if it hadn't happened.
And she'd probably still be running that post office in Canterbury and loving every minute of it. She worshipped it, thought it was the fact she was a postmistress. She was so proud to be a postmistress. So proud. She'd tell anyone.
Heartbreaking then that is what broke her.
That's what did it, yeah. Yeah.
And of course, there are no certainties in any of this, but this is, as I said, a significant step forward. And what happens in this particular capture case could help all the other cases, of which there are around 30 that the CCRC are currently looking at.
OK, so a really significant step. Adele, thanks very much indeed for filling us in on that. Thank you.